Goedemorgen, Bitcoin. Today is Monday, September 25th, 2017. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin was up in the last 24 hours, more than 2.9%, with a last of 37.87, a high of 37.88, and a low of 36.46. As we can see from the chart, some are calling this a breakout, but I'm not sure we're there yet. We're looking at the 4-hour chart. Looks like a little bit of upward movement. We perhaps bottomed at 34.76 with a low of 29.72. Our top story today: big governments won't kill Bitcoin or Uber. Panos Moridakis is back again with another great article from Forbes. He once again calls Bitcoin people's currency and says that the reason Bitcoin and Uber are threatening the governments is because they are innovations that change the status quo, the power of the elites to write the rules that advance their own interests at the expense of people at large. Bitcoin isn't going anywhere. CFTC files first case against Bitcoin fraudsters. It was yet another Ponzi scheme, but of course it involved Bitcoin. More than 80 individuals were bilked out of more than $600,000 apiece. The CFTC has cracked them down and is going to take them in. But they are showing pro-Bitcoin leanings, granting Ledger X the right to create a regulated Bitcoin futures market and otherwise remaining aloof from crypto activities. This anti-fraud action, as Cointelegraph says, is a welcome one for Bitcoin investors. Governments will close down Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies if they get too big, warns Jamie Dimon. Jamie is back again with another warning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. He thinks they're a novelty. They're kind of neat. But as they get bigger, governments will shut this down. We saw this same attitude with the internet. The internet is a place for criminals and thieves and pornography, etc. And when it gets too big, the government will shut it down. Hasn't happened yet. Criticizing Bitcoin could backfire. Jamie Dimon, who we just spoke about, is being sued in Sweden for his market-adjusting news. Dimon came out against Bitcoin and said it was a fraud. However, at the same conference, Palihapitiya disagreed. He said, absolutely not. It cannot be a fraud. What countries can constrain today is how effectively it is traded, but it cannot be controlled. Bitcoin is a fundamentally distributed system that exists peer-to-peer. And so to the extent that you can basically eliminate the will and actions of every single person in the world, you could eliminate it. But in absence of that, the genie is fundamentally out of the bottle. Bitcoin in Malaysia could bring millions of new users. More exciting news overseas is the Malaysian government and its financial regulators are set to regulate the Malaysian Bitcoin industry and legalize the usage of the digital currency in the country. Note how CryptoCoin News is calling it regulation, not a crackdown. And it could be very exciting for Malaysia as many more people get into Bitcoin. They've had trouble with their currency, the Malaysian ringgit, and it's been devalued and declined more than 2% against the dollar. Perhaps switching to Bitcoin would bring them stability. And finally, government debt getting downgraded. But thankfully, Bitcoin is only backed by math. Many people think that it's a weakness that Bitcoin is not backed by any central government. But as governments keep incurring more and more debt, causing their currencies and economies to be downgraded, one must appreciate that Bitcoin can achieve no debt. And as a government, Bitcoin can never be downgraded. It's just on the internet. Another thing. We tried to reach Tone today, but he appears to be still sleeping. Just like to thank everybody for watching today in Bitcoin. Had a great day yesterday. Went around Amsterdam, had some good dinner with a friend. Went to the Anne Frank Museum. Today I hope to go to the Rembrandt House Museum and the Hermitage Museum. But I've got to get going if I want to do that. So until next time, this has been Today in Bitcoin. We'll see you tomorrow. If you're looking for more things to watch, be sure to check out the Bitcoin News Show with Vortex. Just aired yesterday. And Jimmy Song's got a couple of good interviews, like on the Unchained show, and also another interview Jimmy Song did with Epoch Times. And you can check those out right here on the World Crypto Network. Please give us a thumbs up and a share. It helps more people find the show. And if it's your first time here, subscribe down below. Until next time, bye-bye.